Everyone, welcome back to the 3W podcast, part 2 with my dear friend Gay Prescott from Hope Cancer Resources. Gay, welcome back.
Thank you.
Surprise, surprise. Anyways, we're going to jump right in. So Gay is launching or launched. Are we launched officially?
Launched.
Okay.
Yes.
A new giving circle. And I love giving circles.
Yes.
I love them. This is the Circle of Hope. I don't know if y'all can see that, but Circle of Hope. I love this. Tell us. And I got an invitation to it, but I couldn't come to the launch event. But you have some amazing women who are your founding, what do we call those? Founding members?
Yes.
Okay. So just start from the beginning.
Okay.
Circle of Hope.
So
I like the purple too.
Thank you. So really a giving circle for Hope Cancer Resources has kind of been a vision. Like, we need this.
I love giving circles.
And to be honest, it just kind of kept being put aside.
Mm-hmm.
Not that it wasn't something we knew we needed. It was really just our capacity.
Right.
Can we do this?
Mm-hmm.
And so we spent really a year. We had some staff come together and do some research. And it's like, there's some beautiful giving circles in Northwest Arkansas.
Absolutely.
I will say.
Yes.
And so we didn't want to just take their plan and do it. We knew that it needed to be real specific to Hope Cancer Resources. So we looked at what are other giving circles doing? How do they manage them? What is their impact? And that's when you learn, like, once again, Northwest Arkansas is amazing.
It is.
In their giving.
It is.
And so it just starts being, so inspiring.
Yes.
And so it's like, okay, we just need to do this.
Mm-hmm.
And so we put some framework together, really from feedback. You gave us some feedback that was so
Did
helpful.
I? Oh my
Yes,
gosh. I don't
you
even
did.
remember. Okay.
And so just figuring out, like, what is the best. And so we knew that we need some founding members who would be committed to not only in their giving, but really in helping us establish this giving circle and what it needs to look like and what impact would they like for it to have. And so our goal at first was, I don't know, could we get 12 founding members? And I was saying this year, what was established is 27.
That's
founding
awesome.
members.
That's amazing.
And so it was that moment of, it is the right thing.
Mm-hmm.
It is the right time. And probably if you really look at it, there's not going to be a wrong time for giving.
Right.
But we wanted everything to be really focused on our patients and what they needed. And so, as everybody can imagine, financial assistance is really an area that can be a small gift, but yet a really big gift to patients. And so what our financial assistance provides is things like gas cards to give them fuel to get to their treatment, because it is all of a sudden an added expense to their family budget.
Mm-hmm.
We can help with mortgage or their rent to keep people in their home. It is so critical. And to not have to move in the middle of your cancer treatment is really a gift for someone.
I wouldn't even think that would be a thing.
It can be, unfortunately.
I did not know that.
And I remember we had a gentleman share at our gala one year, and he said, I just want to thank you. He said, I have small kids. And he said, you were able to help me keep my kids in their home.
Oh, wow.
And so it's so powerful. But it's just that financial assistance that's offered, and to be able to help people with their prescriptions. And some people travel outside of Northwest Arkansas.
Mm-hmm.
They need to go to Little Rock. We have a myeloma institute that's known all over the world, and it's right here in Little Rock. And so some people travel there, or they'll travel to MD Anderson or John Hopkins. And so we want to help them get the treatment that's best for them, so we can help them with their travel expenses. And that's really where we have focused.
So is that what this bucket goes towards?
That's
to
what
take
it goes toward.
things off?
And so
Hope
it's
Cancer bottom line.
yes,
Like we fund gas cards or a mortgage
Yes.
payment or
So anything that could come under our financial assistance. It could be
financial assistance.
Yes.
You said that from the beginning.
Yes.
I'm so sorry.
So it could be, nutrition changes
Mhm.
during treatment. And so maybe they aren't eating the meal with their family, but they may need nutritional supplements.
Okay.
And so that's an added expense to a family budget.
Okay.
And so, so we get to help with things like that. So that's where the focus has been.
Okay.
We really this year focused on stewarding our founders and that we all understand all of our services, but how personal our services are to a patient.
So did you do like learning sessions with your, I don't know what you call those.
We did like, we call them engagements.
Engagements. I like that's a much better word than
we
learning
call them
session.
engagements. So we did something in our wellness center. So we brought in our founders, those who could come, and we did a yoga class with them, much like exactly what we would do with patients and caregivers, just to put them in the space, but also for them to have the understanding of what is offered to a family. We have looked at skincare and how to lower our risk for skin cancer. And so we did some things in different clinics. We brought some people in. We talked through some things. So a lot of learning engagements. And then in November, what you were talking about, so we did, it was our first invitation event.
To the public.
Yes. And so our founders invited people. We had some people within our giving that we wanted to invite to be a part of this. And so honestly, when we started, again, just like having the goal of 12 and we ended up with 27.
That's awesome.
And then
I heard you had a great turnout.
We had a great turnout. We really did. We did it at Hope Cancer Resources.
Which I think is very important.
I want people to be in our space and to understand, like when you get to know our staff, you sense what they do, and there is I think a level of trust that goes up that you never want you or your family member to have to.
I don't
walk
want to
into
have
that
to call.
space.
I'll call y'all,
That's
but I will
right.
gladly go there to hug on you.
But I think to meet the staff one-on-one and to talk with them, just the level of trust that it's built. They're amazing people, I will say. And I shared that with the group in November. I said, you don't want to meet them on this, in this circumstance, but the reality, I would put the commitment of our staff against anybody.
You would, yes. You've
really
said that
would.
multiple times.
I mean, they are just so committed to what they do. And it's hard work day to day. And so for them to, number one, be trained, they're licensed, they're all the things that are needed. But yet they choose to do it at Hope Cancer Resources and work with families at a really hard time in their life. And so what our circle is doing is educating more people, helping them understand the services that we have, because we really need advocates in the community. We need people. When someone says, my neighbor, my friend, my family, my coworker was diagnosed with cancer, I don't have an expectation that everyone in Northwest Arkansas will know Hope Cancer Resources, but I would love to think someone connected to them would say, I know who you need to call. I know who we need to get you connected to. Because again, our sole purpose is to help people. And so to have more advocacy in the community and more people who know about us, and we can do that through the Giving Circle. That day, we had 27 new members join us.
Wow.
Just that day.
So you're well over 50. You're almost 60.
Yeah. And then we have
Or no,
several.
you're over 60. Sorry.
We had several. You're good.
Yeah.
We had several who said, hey, I just want to know more. So I have really about 20 people that I get to follow up with, which is my love.
Which is fun.
Just
That's your
sit
love
down
language.
and visit with people and share with them. And I hope that they will join us in the giving. But the reality is, them knowing more about us, it's just
That's a gift too.
and it's a win to the community. And so we're really excited about it. This next year, we're really going to focus on
So what does 26 look like?
26. Hopefully, we really want to focus on nutrition.
Okay.
And there is a nutrition component within a cancer patient's life.
Okay.
During treatment, as many of us, if we've known someone that has gone through treatment, you see their nutrition diminish.
Okay.
But yet it's so important. Protein is so important for healing. And so to help people understand that, but to help people in having access to it, and then things that a caregiver can do to help a patient with their nutrition. So we want to talk about that a lot. We want to talk about nutrition and how we can change some things in our lives to lower our risk. And we've got some cooking demonstrations scheduled. Want to work with some master gardeners in helping us understand important herbs like all year round.
Okay.
That's important to have, and how we can incorporate that into what we're already doing in our kitchen. I'm embarrassed to say I plant herbs because I think they're pretty.
Right.
I don't use them.
That's okay.
And so,
but you're going to now.
But I'm going to, because I'm going to learn it. I'm going to learn how to harvest it, prepare it, and use it. And so I'm excited about it.
That's awesome.
Being able to
do
that.
that as a theme for the year.
Yeah. And so that's kind of where we're going to go. But also incorporating, one of the things we want to do with our giving circle is always connect people with our mission.
Okay.
Our mission is our core. Everything we do is the core of every gift we receive. And so for people to understand how their giving affects our patients that we serve.
Okay.
And so we will always have a patient story. We'll also, I do just an e-newsletter, but share a patient quote. And often the story that goes along with that. Because every day we're helping somebody.
Every day.
Every hour. You know, when I leave at the end of the day, and I share this a lot, and I'm like, I don't know every story of the day. But when I get in my car and I leave, I'm like, we've helped a lot of people today. And we've made a big difference. And that is kind of like the Grinch moment where your heart swells 3 sizes. But it really does. You know, when you reflect, just being able to be a small part of doing that, it's really an amazing day.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I can't like that. So you join and you have multiple levels.
Yes.
And what does your membership look like? Does it look like, so we're focusing on nutrition and we're going to do cooking and educational classes on herbs and gardening and whatnot. I love giving circles.
Yes.
I love them. I think I love them from a different perspective than maybe someone else. I love them because I'm not a boots on the ground person. I'm a dot connector and a hugger and a giver like that. I'm not going to go, so I like giving circles because they're hands off and they still allow for flexibility and connection to a nonprofit.
Right.
And a lot of people join things with the give to get.
Okay.
Is there a get?
There's
like, I get, what am I giving for? Well, I'm going to give just to give because I love you. I love the mission. And to me, that's enough. But a lot of people want to receive.
Right.
Which is okay too.
Yes.
I'm not trying to throw them under the bus in any shape or form. Is there receiving those educational engagements per se?
Yes.
Okay. I like that.
And really.
And you can engage as much as you want.
As much as you want. It'll be offered, and we'll do some things that are by level of giving.
Oh, that's nice.
And then there are things that are open to every member.
Okay.
And part of that is we really want them to be connected, to stay connected to the mission. And so the stories that will come out, they're for everyone. And I also will say, share these with somebody. You will be in a conversation in a week or 2 weeks where someone mentioned something about cancer.
Yes.
And so, and that's really, I feel like that's the way help happens, is someone says, I want to help, and I know someone who can. And so you talked about connecting the dots with people.
Yes.
And doing that. And so it's like what we are aware of, then we're like, I know how to help this person. I don't know what all it means.
Right.
And sometimes I'm just honest. I'll be like, you know what? I know a really good person. I know they're at this organization. I don't know everything they do, but I need to connect you.
Yes. Well, we talked about that off
because this is where it's going to start.
Yes.
And so, but I think the beauty of giving, and in Northwest Arkansas specifically, but I feel like it's more natural in Northwest Arkansas than it is in a lot of places. And I would say there's visiting consultants that come into Northwest Arkansas that do fundraising, and they all say the same thing, like, well, normally this, and this. And they're like, but in Northwest Arkansas. And so when you start to hear that over and over and over, and if you really will just look around, you look at what our community has available, you see it. And I think when you see it, then you want to be a part of it. And there's a lot of people, and I was this very person at one time, like I could never be a part of that because I can't give X, whatever they decide X is.
Yes. I cannot buy you a card to get from A to B.
Right.
But I can buy you a gas card.
Right. And how giving doesn't have to be at just a certain level.
No.
To be giving. Giving that's the beauty of it.
I had this discussion with Allison McRoy, one of our friends, and I've changed my giving when I go to events from a lump sum to a lower monthly sum, because I did the math and I'm like, well, my lump sum is this, but my lower monthly sum is times 12.
Right.
And it's continuously going into that nonprofit. And it had a greater impact. And I felt better about it.
Right.
And a lot of people don't think 5, 10, 15, 20, whatever dollars is very much, but on a continuous basis,
right,
that is a gift to a nonprofit.
It absolutely
every gift is a gift.
Yes.
And I mean, I'm a member of the Women with a Mission through Mercy. I can't go buy a C-section table, but I can give $1,000 a year, which is only $84 a month, which is cheaper than a cell phone bill and always my go-to.
Right.
And that's how I look at your giving circle. I can do that. I can't, but I can be a part of a greater collective that we can purchase that C-section table or said car for, I don't know, financial assistance. It's the collective whole is so powerful.
It's so powerful.
And I love that.
And to be a part of a circle and you look people in the eyes, and there's some accountability.
Absolutely.
To it. But there's also like, we did this together.
Yes.
We did this together.
Look what we did
like
every year together.
It by myself.
No, I cannot.
But we did this together.
Yes. I'm so proud of, this is why I love giving circles, and we can all go to an event and give. But to not have to sit and eat a rubber chicken dinner and cost the nonprofit money, to just give them and receive nothing except a gift in my heart is so much more powerful to me than an event. Not that events are not great.
No, they are.
We have to have them. We have to have them.
Yeah.
But I love to not cost the nonprofit money to just give.
So at our engagement, our invitation event, we had Hillary Bucker. She shared her story. And she's a breast cancer survivor. She was diagnosed this year in February, kind of out of the blue to her. And she said, there were things I needed that I didn't even know that I needed. But she went all the way back to being diagnosed. And the reality is it was her friend who was the physician who diagnosed her.
Oh, wow.
Who shared with her the story.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it is cancer.
Mm.
This is your next step.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when she went to Highlands Oncology, she met with one of our social workers. From there, she was introduced to some of our services that she could use if she felt she needed it. And she said, you know, I didn't know what I needed. And she said, but one day I was like, I just need to talk to somebody. I don't even know really what I need to talk about. You know, I mean, really,
I had a feeling that's where you were going. Like, I don't know what I need to say, but I just need
kind
to.
of this void, but you feel like I just need to spill out.
Uh-huh.
And so she met with one of our counselors, Shauna, and then she got involved in the wellness center, and she does personal training and all of this, and she's doing treatment, and she's doing all of this. And she talked about how strong her family is. She does have a very strong unit. She's a business owner. She's got a lot going on in her life. And but as she was talking, and I looked around the room, and I knew that these people were going to be in the room, but I asked them just to come up and join her. And I said, this is what a real circle is, are the people that come and join you. And some of them are people you've known in your life before, and others are totally new. Your counselor, a social worker helping you with resources, your treatment team, your friend who is your friend, but yet was your doctor who diagnosed you, who did your biopsy and diagnosed you, your trainer who becomes your person that you walk in the door and you look for her. And that's how circles start to form. And it wasn't a circle she would have ever chosen in her life. When you think about like going back in your life, what did you see going forward? This is not something she would have seen.
No.
But then when I looked in the room and I said, but the reality is, as the giving circle, we get to be a part of her circle because we get to give, and those resources help her personally. And that's really what a giving circle is about.
I love them. You know, I love them.
And so just to be able to share that and tie that in, that it's not a giving circle that sits out here. It's a giving circle
that's connected around the patient.
Very connected.
Patient. I don't know.
To the right patient. It's
okay.
Yeah. So it's really, we step in and become part of their circle, and sometimes in bigger ways than others. But it's based on what a patient needs. And so just a wonderful way to be a part of somebody's life.
Oh, I love that. That's a good. I love that. I can't think of anything else. What do we need to touch on? I got this beautiful wine charm, which is fantastic, and there's different levels, and everyone know, Hope Cancer Resources. All they have to do is ask for Gay. What did we not touch on with the Circle of Hope?
I think it's, we'd love for anybody to join our circle who's interested.
There's always more love.
It is a women's giving circle.
Okay.
It is for women.
Okay.
We discuss back and forth, but I don't know. There's something,
women are powerful in numbers.
Women are powerful. And I will say women have this, you see someone and it's like,
I see you.
I can be there for her. And so it is a women's giving circle, but if people are interested, I would love to personally meet with people.
Oh,
and just share.
That's a treasure.
But also to learn about their story. What has drawn their interest to be a part of the circle. But for people to understand this giving is very specific, and it is personal to a patient when they receive it. I had one patient share, and she actually has joined our circle, but she said, when you're in the middle of your cancer treatment, she said it may seem like a little thing to the person giving.
Okay.
And she said, but when you're the receiver, it's a really big thing.
Wow.
And I think about that a lot. You know, sometimes we just think of it from our perspective, but when you think of it from who received it, at a moment when they needed it, you really can't measure the impact. And so that's the beauty of giving.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hello. I can't wait to join.
I'm so glad.
Yes, absolutely. I'm so excited. What else? Anything? I thought good stuff. That's a good holiday. Y'all should all gift.
That's right.
To all your family members into the circle for the holidays.
That's right.
But, excuse me, it sounds like I am like smoking or something. I don't know what is happening. All I do is talk and hug. So that I sound ridiculous. If you all have any questions about Hope Cancer Resources or Gay's Circle of Hope, you can always hit up 3W Magazine, or you can just call anyone over at Hope Cancer Resources and they will directly connect you with this angel sitting across from me, and she will sell you hook, line, and sinker in the very best way possible, because there's nothing better than loving on your people and people that you didn't even know were in your circle. There's nothing wrong with loving on people. So, Gay, thank you.
Thank you.
I am so excited that you came, and you and I were supposed to have a sit down about the circle, but I'm like, oh, well, it's fine. We just had it publicly.
That's good.
I love it. So all the good things to share. Please check out Hope Cancer Resources when you all have a time, or when you have time. Please stop by Walmart and get your Hershey salty snacks. And have you had Dot's Homestyle pretzels in the cinnamon sugar?
Well, of course. And by the way, I always have a bottle of Hershey syrup in my refrigerator at all times. That is one thing people know about me.
Okay, that's a good one. I did not know that. And I'm like, oh, you've been in my life for so long. Yes. I had no idea. Does it go on ice cream or does it go in milk?
A bad day is just a tablespoon.
You just hit the hard stuff straight.
Yes. It's helpful.
That's so good. When I was looking for something for you for your anniversary party, I text another friend of ours and I was like, I know Gay, but I don't know Gay like that in a gift-giving way. Does Gay drink? They're like, no. And I was like, well, okay. I will jump and I will just go get a candle, because I feel like everybody loves candles.
Yes.
But I'm more of a wine receiver myself. And so I was like, I always run into a rock and a hard place when somebody tells me they don't drink. And so I'm like, now I know you don't drink, but a bottle of Hershey's chocolate syrup is your go-to. So I'm like, I feel like I missed the boat on that and wish I had found the biggest one I could and cellophane that up. That would have been
perfect.
Amazing. One on a hard day. I love that you are a Hershey chocolate syrup commercial in the making. That's fantastic. Y'all call her Hershey's caller, because that's going to be a treasure. Okay, Gay, thank you so much. We have gone way over our time. I apologize to all of you, but I say this every time we do a podcast. If you've stuck with me this long, I am eternally grateful. Go live your best life. Gay, have a wonderful holiday season.
Thank you. You
keep enjoying. I'm sorry. No, well, yeah, keep enjoying all the things, but also keep inspiring a culture of giving. And we'll see you next time. See y'all.